Hi, my name's Karen Hussey and I'm a Professor and Deputy Director of the Global Change Institute here at the University of Queensland. I think there's three things that set the Global Change Institute apart. So we're very keen and have a lot of experience in working with communities, governments, local, state and Commonwealth, and indeed international governments, as well as industry partners to understand how global change is going to affect what matters to them, whether it be a local community, whether it be a local industry or a broader supply chain. But the idea that global change does have an impact, quite a profound impact on occasion in certain contexts. And so it's taking that knowledge of those global trends and global processes and applying them to a problem that matters to somebody now. That's one of the elements that I think sets us apart from other entities that might stay at that very global level or indeed be very local in their orientation but divorced from understanding that global change context. The second thing that sets the Global Change Institute apart is that while we take the academically rigorous and peer-reviewed science and social science that's been done by UQ academics and others, we put it in a way that is fit for purpose and we deliver it in a way that is timely. One of the challenges that I know policymakers and industry partners and even communities can have working with academics is that the timelines are quite different. Academics, generally speaking, go through a very long process in order to get their science into the peer-reviewed literature. Whereas there are policy and investment decisions that are being made now, and that science or social science needs to feed into it very, very quickly. And often it's formatted in a way that is not accessible, or if it is accessible, it's difficult to understand. So the second aspect that I think sets the GCI apart is this idea that we can take that science and social science, apply it in a solutions-oriented way, in a fit-for-purpose, timely fashion. And that's difficult at a university, and I think we're really starting to do that very well. The third area that sets us apart is that by virtue of being at the University of Queensland, which is one of the world's top universities, we have extraordinary networks to expertise both within the university, with our colleagues at other universities across the country, and indeed we have networks internationally. And that's quite unique. There's a lot of outfits out there that will have excellent in-house expertise, but they may not have those networks. But our capacity to be able to draw those experts together and apply their minds, their insights to a particular problem at a particular point in time, that's quite special, and we're really quite blessed to be able to draw on those networks. Understanding global change but in a local context, fit for purpose, timely outputs that are solutions oriented, and drawing on the best expertise nationally and internationally. The UQ Gatton solar array comes to mind immediately. So this is the idea that society really needs to shift globally to low carbon economies. We've got to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions quickly and meaningfully over the coming decades. But in order to do that, there are enormous technical, economic, social and cultural challenges that need to be overcome. Now, the UQ solar farm essentially does a number of things. On the one hand, technically, it is a demonstration site that allows us to test different technologies in terms of PV solar. Not just particular solar facilities, but how those solar arrays are going to generate electricity, feed into the national electricity market in a way that doesn't stuff up the national electricity market, that deals with problems of frequency, of voltage, but so too also takes into account some of the economic challenges of being able to deploy community scale solar array across the country. So along with a great many other colleagues across the country and internationally, that solar facility at Gatton enables us to test the feasibility of different technologies given different economic, social, cultural and infrastructure conditions. So that requires a team of different types of people. It requires economists, it requires sociologists, it requires political scientists, and of course it requires the scientists who understand PV technology. Not only do we need to cross disciplines, which the GCI acts as a catalyst for, but we also need to collaborate more and more with other entities, not just in other universities, but with other actors in the economy. So we have to work closely with communities, we have to work closely with government, policymakers, politicians, and societies and industries. So what sets the GCI apart is that we start from the principle of transdisciplinarity, this idea that we're going to be solutions oriented, and you can't be solutions oriented unless there are many, many different players putting their 2 cents in to be part of that solution.